Is it working? Hi, I'm Mark Scherer. I'm the CEO and founder of Encompass Life and the host of the Encompassing Life Podcast. And today we have Anir, and he did say his last name, but I'm gonna have him do it because he's from India and it's a little bit different than I'm used to. And Anir is an interesting guy. He came over from India 2012, I believe, 2013.
2013.
And he's been working as a dentist. He's been working as a researcher. He wears a lot of different hats. He has some very interesting stories to tell about how he met his spouse and how their marriage was influenced by the COVID epidemic we had here. So, Anir, great to see you on the call. Thank you so much for coming on and
Thank
uh,
you, Mark.
and working on Memorial Day.
Yeah,
So,
thank you for having me, Mark.
you're welcome, sir. So, um, can you share what got you into dentistry to begin with?
So, as a kid, I mean, I was impressed with one of my father's, friend was a dentist, and my dad, it was actually the person who uh, pushed me towards dentistry, and he kind of understood that because he used to like to draw, and uh, he kind of saw that in me, and I was interested in biology and science as well. Uh, and I really liked it when I started. I was too young in India. I was 17 when I started. I did not take any gap years. Usually, right after your high school, you go directly for the professional degree.
Mhm.
Not like the US where you have 4 years of buffer to kind of realize, decide what you really like and where you want to go. So in India, we have a lot of influence from our parents in deciding stuff for us, and it was him, I would say, and it really worked well for me.
Hmm. So in India, you instead of going to 4 years of college and then choosing your work career, you you start interning right away, or
Yeah. So what
oh
happens?
wow,
Yeah, what happens is that in your high school, you do pick a major stream if you want to get, say, math, biology, physics, chemistry, and or computers, and after that, you kind of go into either direction and directly opt for your professional degree, either in engineering or commerce or uh, arts or doctor or dentist or pharmacology, and you just complete that program. At the end of it, most of these programs have mandatory internship, which my program had to. Uh, and you just start practicing right after.
so you're actually taking classes and working with a inside of like a dental office and learning the ropes already. That's
No, it's not like that. Sorry, I think I was not very clear. So what I did is it was a 4 years of didactic training, uh,
uh
with 2 to 3 years of clinical exposure under supervision in the dental school itself. And
gotcha,
after you do that 4 years, for 1 year you rotate in different departments in the dental school and practice under supervision.
gotcha. Similar to what we have here too, except we have to go through a 4 year degree before you can even go into dental school.
Yes, and the dental school here is also 3 to 4 years. There's only one program which is 3 years, and other programs for the domestic students, which is 4 years. So pretty much,
Gotcha.
but we have one more extra year.
Gotcha. And then from there, you decided you're just going to come to the U.S. What drove your interest in coming to the U.S.?
Yeah, I would say the biggest force was my brother. My elder brother was here already, and I just wanted to, the best institutes are here, and the best clinical dentistry was happening here, and I wanted to learn more about it. So I came to UCLA. I did
Hmm.
some certificate training programs, and after that, I worked 1 year as a research associate as well in the restorative department. So I did some research there,
Mhm.
and during that, I applied for the to get the US license. You have to go through the school again. But it's not a 4 year program for the students here. It's just a 2 year program for
Mhm.
internationally trained dentists. So I did that 2 year program, and I became a practicing dentist here. I got my license. I was very lucky to get it. It's highly competitive, and I was very fortunate.
And was it tough for you to immigrate to the U.S.?
Certainly. I mean, it went pretty smooth for me, to be honest. But at the same time, it's a very painstaking task. It's slow, and you have to. There are a lot of checks and approvals that are needed, and
Hmm.
it's a very tedious process, but it's worth it.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. So you said you're doing research now, and what does that entail? You research dentistry. You said you're working with the Stevenson Dental Research Institute.
Yes, so I'm the director there. It was set up by my professor at UCLA. His name is Dr. Richard Stevenson, and he retired and he started his own continuing education center. And he wanted to start a research wing, so that's when he brought me in, and I've been associated with it for the last 3 years. We have been doing some studies. We've been uh, publishing as well, collaborating as well. We have a lot of projects going on, and it's very exciting.
Can you share some of the stuff that you were doing research on?
Yeah, so one of the projects I would say is I made a tool for objective assessment for dental materials research. So whenever we assess uh, uh, research evidence for its usability, and when we extract its you know, when we try to get recommendations, we look at the quality of the studies. And there are a lot of objective assessment tools for research outside, but there is nothing that is centered on dental materials. And what happens is that the industry influences dentists' uh, uh, motivations, and how to use which decisions per se on which material to use. But what we are trying to do is just trying to develop an objective assessment tool so that the dentists and dental students, they can look at a study and give it a score and find out if it's a good or a bad study by asking simple questions.
Hmm.
So we're making it easy and streamlined. And I am also kind of, one of my friend came up with a chatbot, which is called TrustAI. It's for dentistry only. It's just like something like ChatGPT,
Hmm.
and I have to still do it, but we're trying to integrate that tool. So I'm still developing that tool into that chatbot. So that's one thing. And it also gives power to the patients. If you're a patient, you can just go ahead and see if you have any doubts about any treatments that's going on. You you can look
Hmm.
it up. So that's what most of our research is like.
Huh.
That's one of the projects. The other project is there's a company that is actually found by a dentist, and he developed a method to raise the temperature of the mouth to uh, deliver drugs. So I'm trying to help him with two trials. So after that method's been developed, they have been claiming that it increases the bioavailability. So the concentration of the drug that is absorbed by the body is more. So I'm
Mm.
trying to help him assess that as a third party person. I mean, integrity is one thing that we really need in research. And it's there. I'm not saying it's not there, but if you come as a third party, uh, vetter or a person who does it, it really helps. And all the expertise is not there with these startups. So they often, come for help, and we kind of talk and work on, I consult them as well and get involved with research like this. Um, and we're looking at a lot of other stuff as well. And for example, we just published about antibiotic stewardship programs too, what really works, because there's a lot of by 2055, they're saying that the deaths caused by antimicrobial resistance will be higher than cancer deaths. So it's going to come up as an epidemic. And there's a lot of uh, innovation also coming. There are few medications that were recently, or antibiotics that were recently innovated, which can take care of resistance. But more than that, it's about delaying the process and judicial use. So uh, that's what I kind of work with. And we just published an article where we looked at all the antimicrobial stewardship or antibiotic stewardship programs that have been implemented. And we found out, that a few only really work, and wherever we do audit and feedback works really well. So stuff like that, where, it's easier for us to manage uh, policies and how it affects everybody's health. Because as a clinician, I can really make a difference in one person's life, or maybe just my patients. But when I engage in research, I help a population. So, your effect and your reach goes beyond a
Mm.
single person or a group of people. And that's what's been there. Like my basic work on antimicrobial prescriptions or antibiotic prescriptions in dentistry has been followed in the guidelines by America, by Canada, by European
Mm.
Society of Endodontics in Australia. A lot of countries, they come up with their own clinical guidelines, and it's been cited there. And it's really heartwarming to see that changes come. They come slow.
So, so you did a thesis on basically what you're doing now.
So this is my older work, and now with antibiotic microbial related and sorry, antibiotic prescription related research is that something I really want to do, and I'm working on a proposal as well. We are going to make a what do you call uh, a document where you can look at the latest guidelines, help people on how to apply dental antibiotic stewardship. Uh, so we're going to make a dental antibiotic stewardship toolkit where they can use social media, they can use a lot of media to talk to the patients to make them understand in a clinical setting, and how to communicate with all the staff members effectively, and how to follow the guidelines better.
Hmm. Gotcha. Yeah, I know the overuse of antibiotics is really affecting their efficacy as well. So people, I guess, they're just not working like they used to. They're putting antibiotics into all the food supply, so people get immune from the effects of antibiotics because they're eating the food already laden with them, and they the diseases keep mutating as well. So pretty wild. So what is your solution for all this?
It's not a single and straightforward solution. It's first of all, it starts with judicial use of antibiotics.
Right.
And, slowly, these infections can be controlled uh, if, we can make sure that there are no new bugs that form with resistance. So that's an important thing to do. And slowly, developing new products or new antibiotics that can help. And I would say the major issue is going to be the public integration, that and education of the public about awareness, creating awareness of the problem, I think is the first step. When, everybody is aware, they will start to understand and try to, mitigate excess use or abuse of antibiotics.
Like I read an article the other day, and they said 85% of the pharmaceutical products are sold to the agriculture industry, and vaccinating animals and
Yeah,
the pets and the cattle and the horses and all that stuff. And now they're giving vaccines to the chickens and for the avian flu, and it's so much this overuse of things that we already have natural immunities to us for us if we could just take care of our immune system and really develop it, you know?
that's true. That's true. So they just want to make sure that, their livestock or their poultry or whatever animals they have, they do not get any infections. And, if that happens, they have to discard or get rid of a lot of them. And it causes a lot of losses. And at the same time, they're trying to save their animals too. But so they give it in prevention, but it shouldn't be used and overused. So you're right about that.
Gotcha. And you said you also work like part time as a dentist, so you're practicing dentist still in California,
So actually, it's a full time.
full time.
Yeah, I
So you're doing a couple full time jobs. Gotcha.
yeah. I mean, technically, the on paper, I'm a part-time researcher, but it actually every day, 2, 3 hours of my time is taken up by that.
Gotcha. And the research thing is a nonprofit. So how do you get funding for your projects?
So right now, it is self-funded, but we are looking at getting more grants. So I
From the
am
government grants or from the pharmaceutical companies, or how do you look? What are you looking for?
so at this point, some startups, whatever studies they're doing, they are wanting to fund their own research through us, and we're also working towards getting some government grants too. The NIH grants, it's a process, so I'm still in the process of applying.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you said you're working as a dentist full time as well. Can you tell us a little bit about your practice that you're working at in California?
Yeah, so
Is it your practice or are you working with somebody else?
so I work with somebody else as an associate.
Uh-huh.
Uh, yeah, and it's a very old practice. It's a 44-year-old practice. It's a, I would say, legacy business. It's run by the second generation right now, and who's
Uh-huh.
my boss. And great guy. So we have a lot of, so I do general dentistry and I also perform conscious sedation where, you just give oral medication to the patient a night before and the day they come to the clinic and they just get more relaxed. They're still conscious and you just work on them. They're mostly for the fearful patient, so that's very rewarding. Uh,
Uh-huh.
and I do pretty much all the general procedures and the root canals, crowns, and fillings, extractions, and preservation of the bone. Those procedures, and I'm also working on. I've done a lot of implant training, and for the last 1 year, we've been trying to set it up in the clinic as well to start placing implants as well. Uh,
Uh-huh.
that's pretty much.
Gotcha. Um, so you said you married a lady from Canada. How did
Yeah.
you meet her?
So I met her. There was a conference in Vancouver, and we met online, and I was just visiting there. So we met, and we started dating, and it was 2019 when we met. Uh, and within a few months, I would say 7 to 8 months, uh, COVID hit, and she visited a few times to US. So she just decided that, she's a dental hygienist, by the way, and during COVID, they closed all the dental clinics, and it was just the emergency procedures that they were doing. So she
Mhm.
thought maybe for a few more weeks she won't go to work, and she just planned to visit me. just just when the COVID gets over. And, at that time, we thought that, it's a few weeks, everything will start opening up again, but it never did. So
Mm-mm.
we decided to go ahead and get married. And, we have a 3-year-old also now. We got a house. So we kind of started out,
Living the American dream.
yeah, we started the, you know, COVID actually accelerated everything for us because
Yeah.
yeah, we got closer and, we just took the right decisions. And I think it really worked well for me.
Huh. That's cool, Adair. Really. And and you have a child now, boy or girl?
He's a boy. His name is Kabir. He's 3 years old. He'll be 3 in June.
You like you light up about your son. You get a lot of energy around your son.
Yeah, he's such a joy.
Awesome. So, if people choose to work with you at your own at your dental business, how do they get in contact with you?
So the name of the clinic is Tulare Family Dentistry. Um, and you just uh, find them on Google and just call them up.
And where is it? And where are they located again?
It's in the city of Tulare, which is 20 minutes from where I live in Visalia.
Gotcha. And where's you said Tulare? Where is that? Like L.A. or where is it?
It's right between Fresno and Bakersfield, or you can say right between LA and San Francisco. It's LA is kind of 3 hours from here, and San Francisco is 3.5 to 4 hours from here. So
That's kind of up near Carmel too. Then, yeah.
Carmel is more towards the coast. This is more central. This
Oh,
one
gotcha.
is so where I am at is close to the Sequoias. It's called the Gateway to the Sequoias, and if you're going to the Kings Canyon National Park, it's right here. So
Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful
you
part of
kind
the
of
state.
come and stay with us.
Yeah, beautiful part of the state. So I do have a question I end all the podcasts with,
Sure.
and my question is, what do you love about life?
What do I love about life?
Yeah.
Hmm. I've
Have,
never really reflected on that,
dude, can you
but
do? How about you do some really quick research on it right now and give me an answer?
I would say, just helping people, if that's really that kind of makes me happy that I can affect someone's life positively. I would,
Gotcha.
yeah, that's kind of drives me too. I mean, I know everything is important, but when people are grateful and so to begin with, not everybody's grateful when you help them. A lot of people do not remember, but there's only a few people that do remember, and that makes you feel good. That makes you
Awesome.
that makes you worth living. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Anir, thank you for being on the show, and go enjoy the rest of the day with your wife and son. And I hope you have a beautiful Monday, and get off of work and go do something fun with your family.
Thank you, Mark. It was such nice talking to you.
You too, sir.
Stay as well. Yeah.
Bye.